My name is Alexandria, for those of you who are new here. This channel is a little portal into my daydreams, musings, and art. Today I want to share with you all of my favorites from the month of February, such as books, clothing, journaling, and art supplies, and of course trinkets. I absolutely love the month of February as it is my birthday month and of course Valentine's Day. If you missed it, go watch my last vlog. I took a little road trip up north for my birthday. It was wonderful. And this month is the bridge between winter and spring. Spring is my favorite season of the year. I love the themes of renewal and rebirth, and to me I kind of treat this time of year as my new year, so I'm very much looking forward to it. Also, just a little side note, if you didn't see the announcement that I posted on my Instagram, I have decided on a day of the week that I will be uploading here on YouTube. I decided it's going to be every week on Fridays at 4:44 p.m. I highly recommend that you get all cozy for this video and maybe make your own cup of tea or coffee if you prefer. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is clothing. 90% of my clothes I usually thrift. Every now and then I do like to invest in good quality pieces that I know I'm gonna love forever. First one I want to talk about is this beautiful green mixed pattern dress that I got from Lace Made. This is not sponsored, but so far I've been loving their dresses. I never wear green and I kind of wanted to branch out and try different color palettes. I personally feel like pastel colors look really good with my complexion, but this is one of my all-time favorite dresses now. Fit is so flattering. It just cinches in all the right places. It's also super comfortable, like the material is really soft. The second dress that I have from Lace Made is this dress that I'm actually wearing right now. This little white dress. I feel like a fairy princess in this dress. I absolutely love it. I love all the little doily, lacy details, and of course the built-in corset to the dress. The third piece of clothing that is one of my favorites is this beautiful blue dress that my boyfriend bought for me a couple months ago. I absolutely love it, and I feel like this kind of baby blue color looks really flattering on me. I could wear this dress every day, and it is also so comfortable. The second category here is accessories. Again, this is not sponsored, but I absolutely love xoxo vintage bags. I got these two bags, I think it was a year ago. It was a Valentine's Day February themed bag, and this is literally my everyday bag that I literally wear everywhere. This little messenger bag is just adorable. The second xoxo vintage bag that I have is this briefcase. I actually use this a lot, especially if I'm going to cafes, if I'm doing any art out and about outside of the house. I recently took it on my last trip up north just to keep all of my journals that I brought, my Polaroid camera, my camera gear equipment, my iPad, my sketchbook, all those things fit perfectly, and I love that it just has so many small compartments to organize everything in. I've recently been making calico critter charms. You can use it as a keychain or accessorize any bags. I have one on my picnic basket, and then I also have one that I keep on my purse. Totally love it. I just feel like it really adds to the cuteness of my bag. I have some set ones for sale on my shop that I just recently launched. So if you guys are interested, my shop link is in the description below. If you want to support me in my art, definitely check out my store. I am currently learning how to make sticker sheets right now. Probably some art keychains that I can turn into little charms as well. Possibly some art prints. I'm still looking into a printer and a sticker cutting machine that I want to get. I'm not sure which brand I want to get yet, but I'm really excited for that next step, so definitely stay tuned. But for now, I'm just listing all my little charms that I've been making. Of course, another one of my favorite things is sacred adornments, which is this necklace here that I'm wearing now. No idea what it is. I've tried reverse image searching it. I've tried to figure out what it is all over the internet, and I can't find anything that looks like it. So if you guys know what this is, definitely let me know in the comments. I found the pendant at a flea market. I found the chain that I attached it to at a local estate sale here in the area. The second thing I wear every day is my moonstone ring. It is a promise ring of sorts that my partner got for me. I love moonstone, and every time the moonlight is out or the sun is shining down, the reflection, little gleam that it has is just so pretty. Okay, let's get into one of my favorite things to talk about, books. It's really bad. I usually read 1 to 2 books max at a time, but lately I literally have 4 books that I'm reading right now. Yeah, 4. So it's a little much, but honestly, they're all for like different moods and also for my creative journey. The first book that I want to talk about is Women Who Run with the Wolves by Clarissa Estes. I so hope that I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. It is the first book that I've read in a long time that I've had to journal my interpretations of it out. There's just so many layers and so much depth to this book. Let me know in the comments if you're reading this book as well. I know a lot of us girlies are reading this book. This book is basically a collection of folklore, myths, and stories that are kind of all about the wild woman archetype, the wild feminine archetype, and it really dives deep into the creative aspect of that archetype, which has been really touching to me. Like, I feel like the things I read about in this book are things I feel on a very deep level in my soul, and she just writes it better than I could ever try to speak it, if that makes sense. She dissects these stories, myths, and folklore to extract those lessons, and I can't wait to let you guys know what I think about it when I'm finished. I could read this book pretty fast if I wanted to, but I really just try to limit myself to a couple pages every morning. Brings me to the second book that I'm reading right now, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. This book has also been recommended to me for a very long time. I actually got it over 6 months ago, but I realized very quickly when I started picking it up that it was going to take some work, some inner work on my part. And I kind of wasn't ready to delve into that at the time that I had the book. I have been very called to following along with this course, with this book. One of the things that she talks about and instructs you to do, one of the very first things is to do what she calls morning pages, which it's basically just journaling out your stream of consciousness as soon as you wake up in the morning. Like, the first thing you do, make your coffee, tea, and sit down and just write out that stream of consciousness. 3 pages, non-negotiable, every day, at least for the course and duration of this book. So yeah, my routine lately has been waking up, opening all the windows, making myself my tea or coffee, sitting down, doing my morning pages, and then I'll read a couple pages from The Artist's Way and read a couple pages from Women Who Run with the Wolves, and I will also sit down and journal afterwards. And honestly, that's been my morning routine for the past 2 weeks, and it's been really healing. It's just nice, instead of like getting up and just being productive and doing all the things that I need to do on my to-do list. The third book that I'm reading right now is Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I definitely fell down the rabbit hole of Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I waited an entire year for this book to come out. I kind of have like a hate-love relationship with these books. Like, I love the world building. Only thing I'm just not a fan of is her writing style. I don't know what it is, but it's just like, it's not very cohesive. If you guys have ever read anything by Sarah J. Maas I really like her writing style. I feel like that's one of the reasons her books are so popular. Basically, for an example, the past like chapter, it's just been like political talking and chatting. Like nothing has actually been happening. It's just like he said, she said, they said this, they said that for like a whole chapter. I'm probably not reading this one as fast as I could be. I'm on page 115, so I'm like almost a third of the way through the book. I'll have to let you guys know what I think about it. I really enjoy having a fantasy book to read in between like self-help books and more serious books. Definitely a fantasy book girly. The fourth book that I'm reading is Wuthering Heights. I just started reading this book. It's kind of been like a bedtime book that I've been reading. And so far, I've really been enjoying it. I absolutely love the way that it's written, and I really like this edition of the book. It's just really pretty. Oh my goodness, how could I forget? Another, I guess it's not a book, but another reading material of sorts. My Le Petit 3 newspaper in the mail every month. Again, not sponsored, but it's basically a newspaper subscription, and it comes every month, and it has its own theme, and I just adore it. I love it. I brought it on my trip with me to read when I woke up in the hotel. I so apologize if the camera angle has changed. My camera battery decided to die, so I had to charge it for a bit. The first thing is this feather pen that I found at a steampunk shop in St. Augustine. Polaroid camera that I actually thrifted. I've been loving my Polaroid camera. I brought it on my trip, and I've been trying to be better about keeping those physical memories, and it's just really fun to like play around with like the different angles and stuff like that. Of course, my journals. These are my favorite journals right now. This is the journal that I'm using right now. I'm actually almost at the end of it, so I will be journal shopping pretty soon for a new one. I really like the dragons on this one. Their journals are my just like everyday journaling journals. This one here is my manifestation journal. I really like to write my goals at the start of the month, at the start of a new season, and of course for the year. And then I also have this journal for my equestrian entries. So basically whenever I hack or after a lesson, I kind of write down the things that I need to work on, what I need to focus on in my hacking session. And also I've been teaching beginner lessons lately, so I'll also write up lesson plans in there as well. And then this journal is basically for all of my content creation. So all my little random YouTube video ideas that I get that I want to share with you guys. Then this journal is really cute. I just picked it up at Five Below. I needed a quick small journal, and I've been using this one for my French lessons. I've been learning French the past couple months. It's easier for me to learn when I take notes. Stationery. I have so much new stationery that I got on my trip from Miniso. These are some of my favorites. I got these like memo pads, I got a bunch of stickers, and this little drawer organizer that I love. It has cinnamon roll on it, which is my favorite Sanrio character. Moving on to my planner. This is a big one. Oh my goodness. I literally use this thing every day. I plan my weeks out on Sundays. So this planner is really cool because it has like refillable pages, and you get to like fill in the dates yourself. I'm using this planner for the past 2 years now. So I've been drawing a lot, and I've been challenging myself with the medium of the colored pencils and just using different shading techniques, and I've been loving how vibrant colors come out. I've really been enjoying it. It's also like really soothing too. I used to hate colored pencils because I would like color too hard and think that's how I need to fill it in, but in reality it's just like layers of very light coloring. It's just been really enjoyable doing that. Moving on to trinkets. My favorite trinkets right now is this tea set. I found this at Home Goods randomly, and I just couldn't not get it. It was literally like $10, okay? And I use it every day. and I love it. And it actually like holds in the heat pretty well too, so I don't ever have to worry about my tea getting cold. Like, the other thing that I've been absolutely loving, actually it might be an addiction, it's hot cocoa. I found this hot chocolate at Target. I don't do any dairy. I'm pretty much vegan for the most part, so this is vegan friendly. Literally, this hot chocolate is so good, and I need to stop drinking it every day because it's probably not very good to drink every day, and it makes me really hyper. But especially when I'm drawing, reading, or playing video games, I love just making a little cup of hot cocoa. I also love this little set of keys that I found at Hobby Lobby a little while ago, and no idea what I was going to use it for, but I did end up hanging it up, and I kind of use it to tie off my curtains every morning. The next thing that I've been loving is buttons. I've been loving drawing them for some reason. I've been very inspired by them. I don't know what that means, but I've been loving them. They're just so cute. Being incorporating them into my art. I recently glued a bunch of them onto my phone case, and honestly, like, I love it. I literally love it. And I just have a Polaroid in there from the carousel ride on my birthday from my trip, and then just some stickers. Glued the buttons on randomly with E6000, and it has not come off. I'm showing you guys my little unicorno trinket line box collection that I am for some reason obsessed with. I just think they're so cute. And the last category is games. I have been loving Slime Rancher lately. It is so relaxing, and Skyrim, of course. I've been playing Skyrim for the past couple years, and Slime Rancher is just, it's so relaxing. Like, it's a perfect amount of stimulating and like open world with some shooter aspects, protecting yourself from the tar slimes that try to eat you, and other slimes. They honestly creep me out, especially when the music like gets all creepy. If you play Slime Rancher, you probably know. Little slime farm has just been coming together, and you literally, basically Slime Rancher is a game where you like farm slimes in the wild, and like when you feed them their food, their like preferred food or their preferred diet, they basically like pop out what are called plorts, which kind of weird. They basically, it's like their poop, I guess, because they eat it, and then it literally just a second later bloop and pops out. Literally a second later it pops out, and then you collect those plorts and sell them. Question of the day: will my camera stop dying? I need to get extra batteries to invest in. It will honestly probably make it so much easier. These are all the things that I've been loving right now. Let me know if you enjoyed this style of video so I know to make more in the future. And let me know in the comments what your favorites are right now. I would love to hear all about them. Please subscribe if you're not already. And wherever you are in the world, happy spring. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Also, let me know what you guys thought of me filming up here in my loft. I wanted to kind of switch it up and try filming in a different spot today. So let me know what your thoughts were. I'm always open to knowing what you guys want to see more of as I'm creating this little community. Anyways, thank you so much for being a little part of my life, and I'll see you next video.